is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we've got our concrete going on up front of our shop today. And guys, this is a stressful day because you want to make sure everything goes right, because with concrete, if you get one mess up, I mean, once it dries, that's where you're at. So these guys are super quick though, and they're super good. They're doing the whole entire pad up front for us. That way we have one big pad up front. We can do 360 turns. We can back up trailers and all that stuff. We already removed 2 trees out of the 3, and these guys are just moving quick, guys. So let's go ahead, jump straight to the video, and you guys can follow along and see our shop build. Alrighty, guys, take a look at this. So they already are out here. They got everything all graded already. All the heavy equipment, machinery is going on. All the trees, well, one of the trees are gone out there. There was also another tree that is going out here. The tree got removed as well. And everything on this thing is coming together really nicely, guys. And everything's going smoothly. These guys are super quick at what they do. You got them all out here working hard. They're setting the forms right now, got the lines, make sure everything's a minimum of 4 inches. Because with concrete, guys, it has to be a minimum of 4 inches, otherwise it will crack. So we're gonna go ahead and do 6 just to be safe. And that way this whole pad right here up front is going to be one big giant pad. So you'll see it just be all the way through here, and you'll see it go from here all the way through here. You can do 360s, turn around, a lot of parking space, and it also opens up the rest of this space up here, which is going to be from our main driveway. They're going to remove this tree as well. And this is going to be all asphalted straight to the edge of this along the whole entire shop driveway. So it's going to be super nice. I can't wait to show you guys how this all turns out. But this is step 1. We got to set all the forms, so stay tuned, and I hope you guys like the video. So guys, we had this van come out here as well, and that is one of the workers' wife's car that he came out here. But since we're removing some pavers that also go down along this pathway to there, and we're gonna pour all that in concrete, this guy really loaded up the van. And take a look at this. He's got all the pavers on there. Apparently he's gonna take it home and get it built, you know, for his own patio. But man, that thing is squatted, guys. Take a look at that suspension. It is tucked. Camber gang, man, I've never seen anything like it. Look how high the front sits. So what they're doing right now is actually trying to measure this, make sure the water is going to run off down here this way towards the grass side, and same with the other side. So they're going to have to make sure, since there's already existing concrete there and over there, they're going to have to put a 1 inch kind of higher spot in the middle, which you won't notice any of that because once it's all there, you're not going to notice it. But that way it's got a way for the water to run off. And not an inch, I think he said 1/4 to 1/2 inch. So, but yeah, that's what they're doing right now. It's a lot of precise measurements and work. You got to make sure the ground is graded correctly. You can't just pour the concrete, because if you just pour the concrete, nothing ever comes out right, and the water might not run off correctly. And, you know, the grading is the most important part of the preparation. Alrighty guys, so this used to be a pathway over here made with these paved stones. As you guys can see, that is not all. There's a lot of pathways, or not pathways, paved stones that were going down this. He already loaded most of them into his minivan. That's why the minivan was so squatted, guys. But we're gonna pour that in with concrete. I got tired of just spraying weed killer and all that stuff between the paved stones. It's nicer when you have concrete on there. You don't have to worry about any weeds growing through it or none of that. Less maintenance, which is always a plus. But they got all this all leveled, graded, removed the 2 trees that were here. Got all the forms set up. Tomorrow they just gotta set up some extra forms. They ran out of wood over there. They got the tree removed out of here, which is gonna be perfect for us because every time we had to back up that boat over there in the corner, or any trailer really, it was really tough to do a turnaround. And also being the tree over here, you have to go around the tree and do like a nice 90-degree turn. I'm almost jackknifing the trailer. We got it done, but it was just getting really annoying, so we got everything out, and this whole driveway is going to be basically all asphalted once they're all done with the concrete. Hopefully we're going to start on that next week, depending on where my asphalt guy is with all that. It's going to be another big project because that is going from here all the way to the front of the driveway, guys. So I mean, it's probably, I would say, 1/4 mile, and it's a lot of asphalt, but it's all going to look really nice. And I'm super excited to see how it looks. But basically the asphalt's gonna butt up right against the concrete up there, and it's gonna just be a wide open pad up here going all the way down this driveway. And we have this tree over here, and we have a couple other trees that are still there. That way it still adds the landscaping stuff to it, and it'll look really clean. I just didn't want that one tree that was all the way over there just sitting there. So until then, guys, we're gonna be back out here tomorrow. It's gonna be really cool. Nice day tomorrow as well. And the other thing with the asphalt is it's going to clean up and give you a nice sharp edge. You don't have to see all this grass just growing on the gravel. Never loved gravel, never liked it. That's why we're going with asphalt. But guys, we'll catch you guys tomorrow, and that way you guys can see how this concrete pour goes and see the whole entire process. Alrighty guys, so it is the next day here this morning. It is bright and early. These guys are super early, already out here. One of them has to drive like an hour and a half just to get here, but they're bright and early and ready to rock and roll, guys. So we got behind me the whole pad, as you guys see last night. We got one of the guys actually came out here. It was kind of too dark for me to film. I couldn't get anything on footage, and I mean, we did a lot of measurement to make sure the water runs off perfectly over the existing pad, and it does. So everything, the way these guys graded it, was perfected. The water's gonna run off perfectly. We're not gonna have any big puddle issues or anything like that. As you guys can see, they got the, I think this is a buggy cart right behind me for their concrete, loading it up. These guys are ready to go, guys. So let's go ahead and get the masking. Concrete truck's supposed to be here in about 30 minutes. So we'll jump straight to the video. Dang guys, so the starter actually broke off this buggy, and this is a Mexican starter right here. There we go. What do you call that? Mexican starter? Alrighty guys, so they got everything behind me, as you guys can see, all cleaned up. All the edges are gonna get all scraped off at the end, but they got everything all laid down on the first pad. Now he's wetting everything, and then they're gonna float it and get that nice finish, then finish it off with a broom finish and a picture frame method around. So watch this, guys. This is really cool. This is where the art comes into play. All right, guys, so we got Bumpy over here from Stevenson Weir.
How you doing?
He's gonna go ahead and give us a tour of this truck that he's got over here. You want to go ahead and give us a tour?
Man,
we'll follow you.
Yes, my name is this Bumpy, like I say, and this is an 80,000-pound truck, and this is the chute. This is something we do every day, and the chute. All the operators, you know, all the gadgets is right here. This is how we operate on the back of it.
All your lights and all that stuff?
All the lights, and make my wheel jump, up and down, the hopper stuff.
Yeah.
And to make the air hopper go up and down, it goes up and down. But right now my air hopper is got a little situation going on. You know?
Okay.
But, here's our water tank. We keep our water stored right here for the washout. If anybody need water out here on the job, feel free to get plenty of water you want.
So you gotta fill this up every time before you leave?
Every trip I fills it up.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Fills it up every day. Just like you personalize it. Put it off the nose like that. Okay. It's a small truck. This ain't my original truck.
Yeah.
But it'll do for now. And everything just beautiful, man. You got to keep this filled up.
So you got depth on this truck too, huh?
Sir.
Wow. Dang.
Like it's a small Mac. And all our trucks number by number.
Okay, so that's your independent number right there?
Right, the independent. That's my ID right there.
Okay, okay. How's the inside look?
Well, the inside is kind of right now. It's, like I say, it's just regular. You keep all your stuff in here. You got to do it, make it the best you can.
Oh, okay.
You know, just make it comfortable best way you can. You know, how everything you need on the job site. Half the time we got it inside the truck.
You got diving stitch going on in there too.
Yes, sir, man.
How long have you been doing this for?
Oh, I've been doing this for like 17 years.
Wow.
17
You like it?
years, and I love it, man. I love it. And it pays the bills.
There you go. Honest work.
Yes, it is. Honest.
Hey, man, thanks for coming out.
Hey, no problem, man. Y'all have a good
Here we go, guys. The masking is all removed. Concrete is poured. There's no splatter on the buildings. And everything came out really good, guys. I'm super impressed with their work. Everything's going good. Chicle does a great job always. #1. There we go, guys. We're going to wait for this thing to cure a little bit more and dry a little bit more. And that way, they can go ahead and finish it with their broom finish on this side. And it's going to look really good. Once this cures, it's going to widen up and match the rest. All right, so now they're gonna go ahead and get this whole thing all flattened out, which they already did that, and they're just going around making sure everything's perfect. He's going and cutting out the expansion joints in the concrete. Man, this is literally a lot of work, a lot of art, a lot of skill. You guys worked really hard today, so therefore you guys get to eat some Middle Eastern food. What do you think? Carne asada or no?
Carne asada. Chicken, yeah.
Chicken?
Chicken. Nice.
You like it?
Yeah.
That one's chicken, that one's beef.
Okay.
And then that's French fries. I really appreciate you guys' hard work. Yeah, no problem, man. Let's enjoy. Alrighty guys, so it's been a couple weeks after this concrete has been poured. We had to make sure everything hardens on it and everything on it's 100% good. We wanted to see how the water flows off of it and everything else. But the next step on this whole project for this shop and this driveway is to go ahead and get the asphalt poured in here. So we actually got the asphalt company out here, O'Neill's Paving. They're actually out here right now and they're gonna bring all their big rigs in there and they're gonna start paving the whole entire thing. I believe it's gonna take maybe 3 or 4 days to finish the whole thing. They said 2 at first, but then when you look at the driveway, I mean, it's a super long driveway. It's probably about a 1/4 mile long. So there's a lot of grading. There's a lot of, prep involved to it because that's the key to getting a good quality asphalt job. So let's go ahead because they're pulling in right now and let's go ahead and film this whole entire thing. Alrighty guys, so take a look behind me. The truck got stuck. I guess it was raining last night and he came here to dump some loads and it got stuck. Oof. We got one more truck out there if you want to use that one. Guys, so we had quite a day. First, the truck got stuck as they were dumping it. I guess it rained last night. The clay soil and all that didn't mix too well and the ground just being soft. Man, it took what? The tow truck, the other truck, and the dump truck itself just going and going. And those literally, you can't see on the camera. The camera does not do any justice, guys. But that hole was about 4 feet deep. But they got a lot of work done. They got all the gravel here. They got another dump truck right over there with the gravel full of it. They're coming back tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning sharp. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Alrighty guys, so day 2 of prep is all completed. They got a lot of the stuff done. We literally had like 6 dump trucks coming in here, and I believe they hold like 20 tons a piece, guys. We got everything graded. We went all the way up to the fence over here to the edge. I don't want any weeding over here. I don't want any weed whacking. I want the whole thing to be a super wide driveway coming out. So when we're backing up trailers around this corner into the shop, into the bays, we don't have any issues, guys, and this is just perfect. Compacted everything down as well. We got all the equipment over here for tomorrow. Tomorrow is asphalt day. So we're gonna go ahead, get the asphalt company out here tomorrow. They're gonna bring everything down, put it through that, use that right there to flatten it out, and get this whole driveway looking 100%, guys. I'm super excited to see how this finished product's gonna look. But for now, we got the okay to play around with this brand new Bobcat, guys. I've always wanted to play around with one and see how it works, and today's the day. So let's go ahead, see if we can figure out how to work this thing. So the guys definitely made working this Bobcat super simple. I mean, the way it looked like he was a pro, and I asked him, he's been doing it for 20 something odd years. He said he grew up with Bobcats, and so he is a master of how to operate it. Even coming really close to the edge of the concrete where they had to, you know, chisel it away, he was using the bucket with the teeth on the end of it. And I mean, he was just so precise, guys. I mean, if you mess up, you can damage the concrete, and he had it all perfectly done, and you can tell a lot of skills in that. But he did say we can play around with it. So he did mention if you're ever going to get one with tracks. They're a little bit more, but it won't tear up your yard as much, and you'll never get stuck. For his situation, he needs one with tires because they're doing asphalt work, and it's going to tear up the tracks completely. But they're like $68,000. I've always wanted one, and I've never driven one. So who knows? Maybe we might have one of these on the channel one day. But for now, let's go ahead and see if we can even operate it. They make it look way easier than what it actually is, because I was like, man, that's pretty simple. And then I haven't even figured out how they open up that bucket. If you look in the bucket actually opens up here when like this, so they can dump dirt and all that. And I don't know how he did that. So I figured out everything else except for that bucket.
Yeah, I saw you struggling.
Yeah, I moved the 2 buckets though, so that's pretty impressive within 10 minutes. I don't know. All right, guys, so this is the next day here, and actually these guys got here a little earlier than I did with the asphalt. I was over there at the next door and, you know, parking our cars over there and stuff, just moving everything on there, because once this asphalt goes on there, you can't drive for about 2 days on it. You don't want to keep going on it, and you want to make sure everything's all hard and compacted. You don't want to be turning on it and stuff while it's hardening up and all that. But they actually got most of the asphalt poured in, so let's go ahead and check this out, see the whole entire process of this thing. It's looking really good. So guys, this asphalt is coming together really good. I mean, I'm super excited. It looks really good. The boys are doing a great job. Huge pad by the shop. We probably could even land a helicopter in there, like a helipad or something. I don't know. Probably, I don't know. Helicopters is too much maintenance, guys, but who knows? Maybe one day we'll rebuild one. I don't know. But for now, we're going to do all the cars and stuff. That's going to give us so much more parking space up there. You know, just stacking up all of our builds up there and turning around trailers and all that cool stuff. But they still got all this left behind me. This is a pad right here that we made for the FedEx, the UPS, and the Amazon drivers. So when they turn around down this driveway, they have a spot to turn around. They're not, ruining the asphalt, going over the edge and all that. So we made them their own spot right there. On top of which, if we ever need to, park stuff here too, we could do that as well. But they still got all this other, ways to go. So far, I think they got maybe 5 dump trucks in so far, and they're 22 tons each. So that's a lot of asphalt, so whew, almost done, guys. We're not even near the halfway yet though, but as you guys can see, there's a lot of work. I really hope you guys love how this thing turned out. I know I did. I really am impressed with how the boys did a great job on this. We actually calculated, and we have over 200 tons of gravel and asphalt material that got dumped on this site that we had to grade. I mean, it's a huge pad, a huge parking lot, and this thing just turned out awesome, guys. I'm super happy. I kind of wish I would have gone and done this sooner, but we had to complete all the concrete work first because you don't want to pour asphalt and then get concrete and then just, it just makes a big mess. So we took all the proper steps to get this thing done in the best efficient way possible. This also allows us to have a bigger parking pad for bigger builds, more builds, and just more stuff that we can, I guess, park on there. And on top of that, guys, it just makes the shop a lot cleaner. You're not dragging in gravel and, dirt and debris into the shop when you're leaving to get on the main road. You're not slinging rocks and stuff off your tires, especially when you're driving cars like this. You don't want to have rock chips and stuff like that just slinging around, and I don't know, it doesn't sound that good when you're, driving away. Once you get to like 40, then all you hear is ding, 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 ding. But guys, if you guys like what you guys saw, smash that thumbs up button. If you have something to say, comment it down below. And also, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and hit that thing, just smash it. But until then, we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.